Hey, what's up, guys? So here's my first actual post in English, and it's going to suck. Uh, the topic I want to talk about is COVID. So some people are gonna hate it, some people are gonna love it, but I feel like it should always be okay to talk about it. So let's talk about it. So I had this little conversation with my sister about our Charter of Rights and Freedoms, and she explained to me that, like, in Article 1 of Charter and Freedoms, it is said that the government can, what does it say? Section 1 of the Charter, known as the Limitation Clause, allows government to justify certain infringement of charter rights. If a court finds that a charter right has been infringed, it conducts an analysis under Section 1 by applying Oakes test, a form of proportionality review. Infringements are upheld if the government's objective in infringing the right is pressing and substantial, which would be the case right now because of COVID, according to them. In a, quotes, free and democratic society, end quote, and if the infringement can be, open quote, demonstrably justified, end quote. That's where the problem is. I feel like the government, maybe the situation is pressing and substantial. That I agree. But I feel like the government is not in the way the government is infringing on our rights is not demonstrably justified, and that's why I don't agree with these measures. Now, while I had this conversation, I just had a little idea. I don't know why this popped up in my head, but it just happened. So I'm going to show you guys like a bunch of stuff that I just figured out for myself, and I know it's going to sound like I'm a fucking asshole, and I guess maybe I am, because I am thinking of this stuff. But it all comes from a place where I try to find what's true, right? So here's the first picture where I googled what was the value of a human life, and I found this article that says that we used to think that the value of a year in the life of a human was $50,000, but now with more I guess with a closer look, I guess, Stanford economists have demonstrated that the average value of a year of quality human life is actually closer to about $129,000. So $129,000 a year is what a human is worth, right? According to Stanford economists. So I looked up at how many people have died in the last, year? About a year in Canada. 19,626. So 20,000 people have died so far of COVID. So, in a year, right? So, and then I looked up how much money the government has lost, how many dollars in debt we went because of COVID. And I don't know the number. The only thing I found is that the deficit is growing for several reasons, like ongoing pandemic support, 25.1 billion in newly announced programs aimed at getting badly hit businesses. That sounds all good. The government is investing 25 billion in businesses. But if you take the numbers we took earlier, 129,000 dollars for a year of a human life, and now 20,000 people have died in a year, which means if you add them up, you go 20,000, right? 20,000 times 129,000, right? And that gives you $2,580,000,000. So that's more than 10 times less what we just spent. How does that make sense? Like, I understand that people are going to live multiple lives, but the people that are dying are old. They're not going to live like 10 years to make those 25 billions worth it. We are fucking up our future for years and years to protect people that are not going to see the effect of this effort we are making. Right? I know this sounds fucking cold but it is the reality. I love my parents. I love my parents and I would never want them to die. But I would be willing to risk the 1% chance, or what, 6% chance of them dying? 6%. If I went to the casino and I had a game where I had only 6% chance of dying, I would play that game all day long. 6% chance to lose. I would take those risks to make sure that my future and the future of my children and their children is better, not fucking worse. And what else? What else did I want to talk about? Last thing was about the Bell Let's Talk movement. Bell Let's Talk is a great concept. Bell is giving what? $1, I think, per share of a Bell Let's Talk story or whatever. But people, they're giving $1 per share. But you guys are giving them millions of dollars, so many millions of dollars worth of publicity. And what they're advocating is mental health. Mental health. While people are stuck inside of their homes, going crazy. Record numbers of suicide this year because of COVID, but all you people trying to push the Bell Let's Talk opportunity of saving people. No, you're not saving people. You are killing them by keeping them inside of their homes. You are responsible for killing all these people. Just agree to that. If the government does not let us go outside and realizes that more people are killing themselves because of what they're doing, they are responsible for those deaths. Those are not COVID deaths. Those are government deaths. Right? So let's stop the bullshit. Let's stop the Bell Let's Talk bullshit. And let's fucking figure out what the fuck is actually going on. And, try to go back to real life. So, yep, that's it. See you later.